Yep, I didn't fix the eyebrows. Anyways, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in joining our community, you can check us out on Patreon down in the link down below. All right? All right, we're back. Done. Anywho, where last we left off, the party was beginning their rest inside of the halls in the West Hall Academy in Western. You all managed to set up a little bit of security precaution, and luckily Kuma was keeping eyes out for more mundane uses of individuals trying to peer at what you all are doing, and noticed that a beetle was watching you all, and though it was not really out of place, it's just something to be wary of. Upon its leaving, Silvern sent out a bundle of snakes, let's call them, to go looking after it, and one of the snakes did find it, but it was already turning into a person and flying away, where you learned out that the Tempest was keeping eyes on all of you. Keyleth had these agents, referred to as the Beetles, in many cities, looking out for any of you. You all decided to leave, and Silvern did hear a mysterious voice from an individual that he could not discern where it was coming from that offered to help him, but refused to tell him who they were. As you all were leaving and flying away, you managed to finally get outside of Gat Shadow. Luckily, Mary did send a diversion to keep Keyleth distracted and hopefully send her off to a different location with a very fucking good deception check. So lucky you have the actor feat. You managed to convince her that everybody was heading down, was leaving Stilben to head into the Stormcrest Mountains, and you get further lucky by rolling a d2 to choose which type of appearance they were. Did they appear more feminine or masculine? The beetle that was down there. You rolled correct, you lucky son of a bitch. Anyways, as you all flew out, you took a rest. Jimmy and Dorzen continued crafting the shell for Vordovik's vessel, and you all managed to complete a long rest. Silvern, however, had a little engagement in his dream. And we are picking up with everybody waking up in the morning. 12 hours later.
All right. This is going to be a fun day. Everyone ready to die?
God damn it, Mary. I'd rather we don't, but we have the way to get there quickly.
And we have an out.
Jimmy, you stay up front when we as someone's saying this, he's casting Windwalk, by the way. You stay in front so we can follow you. You know where we have to go.
And remember, if you feel like you're going to not make it, don't hesitate.
We'll leave you behind.
Who's going to be taking the stone?
I got the stone.
And who's going to be taking the statue?
What's that? Someone looks at the statue of perfectly, I assume, naked Dorzen.
Cover that up, please.
I mean, sir, you don't have to stare.
Jimmy, I think you took some liberties right there.
I mean, I didn't.
Juro, you're muted.
Really? Someone looks at it again, like eyes a little bit wider. It's like, okay.
Okay, Silvern, at least you have two.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that joke.
You forgot about it, didn't you?
Damn it. I work so hard to make them forget.
And in the end, it doesn't even matter. Anyways.
I think Dorson should carry his own body.
Before we get going, Dorzen, Kuma, Jericho, here you go. And I'm casting the metallic resin on those three.
Which is aid?
Yep, aid. So 50 hit points, increase your maximum. Add 50.
Giving them AIDS.
Give them AIDS. It'd be more like tetanus, though, because this is like a metallic flaking that's like coating their arms.
All right. So the three of you add those 50 HPs.
Just, can you give me a reminder how the hell that it's 50?
Yeah, it's casting aid 10 times. And
Oh,
that's
okay.
5 hit points to 3 targets.
Okay, no, there's.
Because artificers can stack.
Yes.
How long does aid last?
8 hours.
Okay, yeah, so same amount
It's
as
really
wind walk.
fucking
Okay.
good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. They're tough clouds. Cool.
Sure. So you all take off and fart cloud your way over towards the Ivy Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're here, and we gotta go there.
We're
Yeah, it's
following
not that
Sylvan
bad.
and Jimmy.
Still can't see that map.
Or Dorzan and Jimmy, I mean.
You still can't see the map?
I've been on this like separated. I think I'm on a separate map that's just Amon, the Ivy Heart, and Cinderfall.
No,
Oh
I
no!
think-
Scroll to the right bar.
I can't scroll. If I
No, that-
scroll, I just get the end
Roll
of this.
Roll 20's
Zoom.
doing. Roll 20's doing the same thing it did to me earlier. You might have to refresh.
God
All
damn
right.
it, roll 20.
I'll refresh. I'll be right back.
No, you never say that in a
Sorry,
horror movie.
I thought I was on because you've had us on like sectioned off pieces of map before,
Mhm.
so I thought that was that.
Ooh, I see
Yeah.
Sir Yurik. He must
That
be
is
cool.
fair. That is fair.
All right. So you all begin flying out over the horizon, moving at an incredible speed as you feel gusts of wind are starting to roll into the area and fill the entire Ivy Heart's limits with this very strong, forceful air emanating around it. You all fly for about, what would that be, 4 hours?
I mean,
4
300
hours?
feet normally, and then if we dash as clouds, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
I
We'll
think
call
like
it at
two-
3 hours. We'll call it at 3 hours. So, you all fly for 3 hours. Make it outside of the thicket itself where you feel the winds are pushing very, very heavily. A storm seems to be emanating out over top of this location, causing the air to be almost unbearable and push back against you very slightly.
We're gonna talk to the other people who can read lips. What are the odds this is the Vestra doing this?
Are we still clouds or?
Yeah, but
That's up to y'all.
some of us can still read lips even as clouds.
I mean, okay, I guess you might be right.
Yeah, he is. We did it
Just-
before.
I could see that happening, and I didn't prepare myself to change the weather.
Fair.
Shall we enter?
Yeah. Just another cloud in the storm.
Alrighty. So, I would like each of you, as fart clouds, to give me athletics checks.
Oh no.
What's the strength of a cloud?
Yeah, good question. We had that before, didn't we?
No, we did not.
Thought I did.
Not that I'm aware of. Either way, my athletics is 0, so. Yep, that's about right.
Cloud.
Wait, guys, no, don't go in. I didn't mean
Living cloud is what we're basing it off of. Your athletics is 0. Your dexterity is +2.
Oh.
Oh,
We got a 12.
So you got the highest so far with the 15.
Oh wait, no. The plus
So we
two.
don't use our own athletics then, or what?
I know we're
When you are
clouds right now.
you are physically the cloud right now. It's kind of like Druid's wild shape. You're physically the animal. Mentally, you are you, but physically, you
Yeah.
are just a cloud. And I'm working off of the living cloud kill statistics, which is the closest thing to a cloud that is alive.
Right.
So,
You said
as-
+2, Kuma.
So if you are proficient, you still keep that, but you only get a +0 for modifier.
So,
Alrighty.
so I'm at
So
21,
15.
I think.
Just because I should have clarified it too. Soren meant like to uncloud and go in, but it's too late for that now.
So if
Yeah,
I
but
have
yeah.
a -1 from strength, does that mean
Just
I gain
0.
1?
Yeah.
So it's a 10 then.
Yeah. It's not always going to be a bad thing to have the other stats. It's just bad for the people who are like, "Huh," you know?
Yeah.
So you get an additional 1, which puts you at 10, which was the DC to suppress a minor storm as a cloud. Silverin. You're getting pulled up into the other clouds where it is just pelting down on top of you and you're moving around in circles inside of it. However, everybody else managed to move inside.
So typical nature fucking over Silver.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
To the druid.
I know, that's why it's so funny.
God.
At one point, well, like, so someone sucked into the swirling cloud mass, right?
Mm-hmm.
At one point, like, just midair, someone's just gonna slowly turn into not cloud anymore and just fall.
Falling. You're about 350 feet up.
I can survive it.
Yeah?
No,
Feather fall?
I'm gonna wild shape before, and before landing, but I'm gonna fall to get that back towards them.
Fair enough.
The goldfish.
All right.
I am a goldfish.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, no, come on.
No,
Pick
it's
something I'm
350 feet.
proficient.
You have plenty of time. You're fine.
Alright, and Soren, not a giant eagle, but probably something like a woodpecker or some other sort of bird that can go after the fart clouds and still remain, incognito.
Right.
Cockatoo?
No, incognito, so like a sparrow or woodpecker.
So, as all of you have swirled your way into the forest itself and begin trying to navigate through it, you see this, 10 minutes into it, you see this large cockatoo, woodpecker, blue jay, cardinal bird fly in. No?
Other thing too, Joe, that Soren would like to do after he's a cockatoo, and I can do this now since I'm level 18 druid, he's going to cast Pass Without a Trace as a cockatoo in the wild shape.
Nice.
Nice.
So, you all gain that little boost, and as you're moving through, the storm does not seem to be producing any amount of rain. It's just heavy winds, a little bit of lightning up above you. Though those clouds do look like they could be dangerous if they decided to unleash some type of energy from them. As you're all floating through, Jimmy and Dorzen, this is your third time actually in this location. It feels different. It's nowhere near as desecrated as it was before, but there's still an air in this location that tightens your cloud lungs a little bit as you were moving through. Puckers your cloud cheeks. But anyways, as you are continuing to move through, those of you with stupid passives, 20 or higher, notice one of the trees begins moving very slowly.
Towards us?
No, just shifting.
As a cloud, I mouth, that tree's moving.
Mary understands.
As a bird, Soren chirps. It's rather obvious, Kuma.
Can't read lips.
Yeah. Haha. Wait, no, who can, observant.
Dorzen.
Dorzen can. Okay.
Yeah.
Observant.
I keep
No, but
thinking
so-
Mary has all of the feats. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it would seem reasonable for her to have it, but
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, at some point too, Soren will, as a bird, poop through Kuma's cloud, just because.
Fair
he
enough.
Can't hold it as a bird.
Yep.
What are the odds it lands its home below?
It moves through. Anyways. So you're the only one who recognizes that, Dorzen?
Yep. Do I recognize the tree? I doubt I do. I figured I'd ask because I know who lives here.
Pretty sure it's your great aunt.
It's the family tree.
love it.
So. That's Kuma.
Uh-oh.
As you're floating through, as your little cloud self, very suddenly, a branch slams into your back and causes you to almost recoil a little bit. Windwalk, does it say anything about immunity to damage? Just resistance,
It's
right?
resistance.
Distance.
Alrighty. That is going to be 13 points of bludgeoning damage, halved down to 7.
I fly a little higher to not be hit by branches.
So you're flying into the branches to not get hit by branches?
No, I'm flying a bit, like...
Yeah. Through the branches?
Faster.
You're in a
Nope.
forest.
Dang it. God, marry that joke.
What?
Hit roll 20.
I know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
Tree boucher.
You should play a bard.
I know what you're saying.
I fly a little faster.
All right. As you are flying upwards, there will be 3 more attacks against you.
Well, not upwards, just forward more. I'm not going to go up since that'd be up in
Forward
trees.
more? Okay. You fly forward a bit faster, looking around, and unfortunately, the trees have settled once again, just barely swaying with the storm surrounding the area.
I swear that tree hit me. How do you say to Dorzen?
Wouldn't be surprised. Avoid the trees. Can I hand gesture to everyone avoid the trees in a forest?
I
Soren?
mean,
Soren, as a bird, chirps. Did you just tell us to avoid trees in a fucking forest?
Yes.
That's we gotta make a comic page of that now.
We now
Trees are
know
just- no, forests are
Dorzen's
just-
proper captain title, Captain Obvious.
so as living clouds, I can tell you all right now that you have an AC of 15. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Cool. Doors in
how
this
far-
time. 13 down to 7.
Can we
How
still use
far would you-
reactions?
Say we are from the temple.
Yeah, you can use reactions.
Right.
Yeah,
Give
'cause
me a
the clouds
survival
can
check, Dorzen.
Because the clouds can move really dang fast.
Oh yeah, you're moving through this forest really dang fast.
If anything, Soren's the one slowing you down as a bird.
And also the fact that Dorzen's trying to figure out where the temple is. You begin flying around and looking, and last time you came through here, you kind of had an unfair advantage where you walked on top of adamantine stilt pillars that just moved with you. However, your survival check is high enough to know that this forest has been rearranged.
Fuck.
What?
So
Dorzen flies down to the grass and begins to form.
while you're
Alright,
doing
guys.
that, Mary this time.
Uncanny dodge.
Oh, half damage. Cool. So 7 down to 4. Ow.
And don't. Isn't it 2 then?
No, it's 14 down to 7 for resistance,
Oh, okay, yeah.
down to 4. Or 13 down to 7 down to 4.
I'll
Lands on
solidify
Doors and
myself.
shoulder. All right. You all begin solidifying inside of the forest. Correct? Mary, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm following Dorzen down.
Maintaining protocol of staying within 5 feet of Mary because of her anti-scrying ability.
Fair enough. That's what you're doing.
Oh, this is a bad idea, but he's fucked with the layout. We don't have a choice. And Dorzen screams for his uncle. Uncle! I know you're here. Stop fucking around.
Do I know you? You hear the voice echo through the forest. Because as far as I know, I don't have any more family. They abandoned me, refusing to help me with anything.
You literally plotted against the thing I told you not to talk to as a coy. Meet Dorzen, you jackass.
Oh, Dorzen! See, now I know who you're talking about. Not my nephew.
Yeah, you
I
sold
get-
me out first.
Matter of perspective.
We just need to get to the temple.
And I just need to get out of the forest. What's your point, boy?
Can I insight what he means by that? What does he mean he has to get out of the forest? Is he stuck here?
Go ahead and try. You're inciting a archfey.
Archfey, yeah, I know. That's a...
Kind of hard to
Uncle,
read.
he's the uncle?
He's hard to read when he's here. He's not physically here, as far as you can tell.
What do you mean, get out? Don't you own this place now?
Oh, yes, hilarious. As you say that, there's a little flick at the back of your head from one of the trees. Just 1 point of damage. Anyways, who are all these lovely people? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
to the thicket.
The nicest thicket I've ever been in.
Is it thicket spelled with multiple C's, or is it actually spelled right?
Oh, I like this one.
Yeah, he's the one who says he keeps it balanced and causes all the chaos.
By the way, Xillen's still a bird, by the way. He's tripping all that out.
He understands bird.
Yeah.
And cool with this thing when it says like, he's the one supposed to keep the balance, yeah, causes all the chaos.
Hey, balance is about. There's a balance of chaos and order. There's too much order sometimes.
Oh, I respect the hell out of your little Bertie. And a tree branch just like pets the top of your head.
Oh,
So, are you a prisoner of sorts here?
Ugh. All of these questions are so obnoxious.
Well, I mean, if we knew a bit more about your situation, we might be able to help somehow. If you
Help? Help.
If you could
What would help
us.
me is if I had any amount of family that was willing to assist when I needed it.
Dorzen, why don't you help your family?
Yes, Dorzen. Why didn't you help your family?
Because after everything I said, you still decided to go pick a fight with something stronger than you.
I mean, family can be dumb. You gotta forgive family for being dumb.
I mean, I'm sure
And
you
if
could.
I did help you. The choice was to leave or kill you.
Yes, and if you would have killed me, I would have been sent back home.
Not there. Not then. Your soul would have been bound to Vorvik for eternity.
Ugh.
Right,
Only
well,
until you ended up killing him. See, I knew you
Motherfucker!
would.
So,
You know, you really fucked with all my plans there.
I feel like there's some
The feeling is mutual.
I feel like there's some undiscussed family issues going on right now.
There is. Thank
Sure,
you very
folks.
much for the consideration, little birdie. Young lady, please feel free to talk. Wait, you are a lady, right? I hear your voice, I don't see you.
yes, I am.
Okay.
But I mean, if your previous family was such a disappointment, you should. I mean, you're a healthy young stud, aren't you? I'm sure you'd be able to find a gorgeous nymph or something and make yourself a new family, right?
Nymphs. Nymphs? Please. They're wonderful for orgies, but long-term relationships and constructions of culture and community? Come on, that is just so dreary. They're boring. They're all stuck in the mud.
Yeah, Mary, you wouldn't want to hear how his last marriage ended up.
Oh, that was such a delight.
Well, now I kind of want to hear what happened.
No, you
Oh.
don't.
It's fine. It's fine.
Kuma, we don't have time to listen to the full story about everything.
So all of you are looking for the temple, correct?
Correct.
Well, I won't let you get there.
What if we said
Thanks for letting me know
please?
what you want. Oh, manners. Little birdie, I so enjoy that. Unfortunately, no. As much as I love interacting with all of you, now that I know something he wants, I have collateral.
Let me guess. This is the punishment for being bound in Vorvik.
So
Your
you
political
can't
plan
get back home
backfired
then.
on it, because I wouldn't do what you think I did.
What were you saying, Mary?
Sorry.
So you can't get back home then, even if you die. Is that it?
Well, if I were to die now, I would go back home. But you can't really kill me easily right now.
Why?
Let's just say it's a lot more difficult to find where I am.
Are you the entire forest?
What would ever make you think that?
All the trees, the wind bending to your will.
You all are so goofy and entertaining. So silly with your guesses.
Dorzen slams Pyramont on the grass in front of him and lights it on fire. See if that gets some reaction out of him.
Roll an insight check.
Do you hear anything that goes on outside the forest?
Damn it! That's a 3!
12. No real reaction.
Damn.
No. Unfortunately, I'm stuck to this proximity.
I mean, I guess that could be helpful in some regard.
No, it is not. It is like being a nymph. It's terrible. It's boring. There's a whole new world out there. I just want to experience everything it has to offer. Is that so bad?
How
Well, I
about
mean-
a different world?
This is a different world.
Well,
No.
another different world. I mean,
I've been to some, but none of them have been this entertaining.
Solemn?
You and your silly guesses. I love it.
He does that a lot.
Eh.
But
Then how about
anyways.
this?
Hmm.
We agree to break your curse to this forest, and you let us pass. Quite simple. Nothing for you to fuck up.
The moment you break my curse, I will allow you to pass wherever you would like.
I think we should get our side before yours, because I mean, there's people that might want to try to stop us.
Oh, that would be really unfortunate if they got here before then, especially since I would know first.
And
Yes.
I'm sure you already do know first.
I know
And
things.
If they stop us,
Exactly.
they're not the kind to help you. That means
true,
if we die,
but
you're stuck here forever. Forever as a nim.
maybe. Ugh. Sorry, my emotions get the better of me. 21 to hit, Kuma?
Nope.
Okay. A branch swings past your head and... But anyways, see, this is like a game of chicken, right? See, if you don't give me what I want, you're never going to find the temple. And if I don't give you what you want, you'll supposedly leave me here to suffer for all eternity. Of course, until some other, well, Nimrod comes along and agrees to help me with whatever I need. You see, there's many Nimrods in this world. Trust me.
But how many are coming to this forest?
I hate to say it, but I really agree with this Faye with everything you said so far.
You are so kind.
There's so many Nimrods in this world.
But how many of those Nimrods are coming to this forest? Especially
We'll just have to wait and see.
Especially with forces outside stopping others from coming in.
Exactly. The Ashari's already cordoned off your forest.
Fine. Patience it is. What if it takes 100 years? 1,000 years? What is that? Not very long, if you ask me.
But you're going to be bored the entire time.
What else is new?
How do we break your damn curse?
Do we have a deal, Dorzen?
I agree to you showing us to the temple when we break your curse, and that is all.
We have to get to the temple first. We can't break your curse before then because, well, we have sort of a time limit here, and if we are stopped in what we're attempting to do, then of course we can't help you break your curse afterwards.
Roll a persuasion, Mary. Because you have been nice to him. Yeah, Sylvan.
Can Sylvan... What was I going to do?
I don't know.
Sylvan was basically trying to tell Dorzen to think about it before he agrees, and I was trying to also think himself for like intelligence roll or whatever it would be to figure out what would be the best way to phrase and do this contract or whatever, this agreement.
It would be a wisdom roll, but yeah.
Recap inspiration to gain advantage. 31.
Only if you can make this deal upon the back of the Bach of Yggdrasil. I will show you to the temple, and upon its discovery, you all will do what is necessary to free me. Remove my curse and the blight upon this land, so that I can travel again. Deal?
Jura, with that 21 for the wisdom roll, would Sylvan have an idea of how he just phrased that? And the consequences? Or...
21 does not beat his DC.
Oh, I have to beat his DC. Fuck.
I'll help you out, Mr. Dorzen's uncle.
But Mary, if you're willing to make the deal upon the bark of Yggdrasil.
Do I know the significance of that?
Roll me a religion check.
Does Sylvan know the significance of that?
Unfortunately, you would not.
Okay,
Does Jerique?
God damn it!
I'm going to roll as well. History or religion or nature?
I just rolled a 2, 3, and a 1.
Hey, you're saving up
it would
for
be it would be religion, Mary. And because Bard, you have the Damn.
You're
I mean-
saving up for the important roles.
Jericho does have a good religion.
Yeah, but only about things she would know about. Jericho is not knowledgeable about Fae.
Fair.
She has a very particular set of skills.
This is a bad idea.
Everything we do is a bad idea.
I mean, you're not
No,
wrong.
that's not always true.
Hmm?
This whole thing is a bad idea.
And
Sorry
yet we're
to
still
say.
doing it.
I know.
Question: what is the blight upon the land? You mentioned that.
I am the blight upon the land. I must be removed.
I mean, couldn't you just possess someone and walk out?
You really are adorable. And one
Thank
of the
you.
tree branches like itches your chin.
What if, like, instead of us, we want to go to a place? How about we take you to a place?
I'm
Have you
sorry.
ever been to like Iman or
No.
Westrun?
I haven't. I really want to.
Well, we could take you there.
Yeah.
If you take us to the place we want to go, and we can take you to that place.
Oh, little Jeremy, was it?
Jimmy.
Jimmy, that was your name. Okay, yes, I thought I heard it.
Just gave his name to another fan.
Well, anyways, I would love to. And even you don't need to bring me there. You have to release me from this land so that I can leave. So if we
How do
make
you
a deal, we have a deal. I will take you to the temple first, and then once you find its location, you release me. You remove my curse. So I will no longer be the blight on this land.
But I don't know how to do that. I know how to take you to Iman, though. I can get you there. I promise that.
Can you now?
Yeah.
Really? And how do you intend on doing that?
You can't leave the forest, right?
Yes.
I'll build a forest to Iman.
Jimmy, you are suggesting something very either dangerous or very ill-informed.
So
No.
Jimmy,
basically
don't
normal
listen to
Jimmy
him. Don't
thoughts
listen to
then.
them. Jimmy, don't listen to them. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be great. It'll be awesome, even. So yes, you want to build this forest all the way to Amon. I would love that, honestly. However, I'm sorry, but that doesn't fix my current predicament.
Well,
It would
if
help
you
me
can
see him
tell
on.
Can't you tell us a little bit more about how you ended up in this state and who did it? And maybe we could figure out something.
I can tell you who did it. Exandria.
Oh. Exandria.
But I won't
itself.
tell you what. I can tell you the solution once you agree to help me, so that you can't back out.
So, would you feel like is it in some sense that you have been bound to Exandria itself instead of the Feywild? Is that it?
My proposal still stands.
Right. Well, I'm just saying if we know more, then maybe we might be able to strike a deal that is more advantageous to both you and us.
Oh, I like you so much. You know that? Like, you can clearly tell. I am fond of you. I am, really. In fact, I think you might make a very good subject on my court. Oh.
Yeah, I've often thought she's Fey in all but actual race.
Hey, shut up, Silverin.
That is very rude. You don't know her. Are you Fae at all? Like, even just, like 1/8 even? Like, just a little
Well, maybe a little bit. I have
bit?
some.
Okay.
I have
Okay,
some.
we
Fey
might be
in
able to
me.
work with this. We might be able to work with
I
this.
almost
might be able
thought
to
he was going to
work with
ask,
that.
like, do you have some Fey inside you? And then when
No,
he was like,
no.
do you want some?
He's not a he's not a,
You were about to
Yeah, she does have Fae ancestry, yeah. but nobody can ever tell. She always looks human. Like,
We've seen the pointed ears at least once. Slightly
but
pointed.
yes, I really like your enthusiasm, and in fact, I could give you an acorn.
An acorn.
Yes, of course.
Do I know what the fuck he's saying right now?
Oh, absolutely. If you plant an acorn, you can actually get in direct contact with the specific fae who created the acorn.
Oh, so like what Tilly did that one time.
Yes.
And
You can
knowing
actually
my uncle, this is
summon
not
them
something
here
he
for a period
gives
of time.
out that much, right?
Oh, God, no. I mean, he wouldn't give to anybody for no reason. He would definitely give them out. I mean, yeah. He would love an opportunity to just pop up and say hi. But, you know, I'll give you an acorn afterwards, of course. Just for you, though. It's meant for you.
Yeah, I think that would be fitting, maybe.
So do we have a deal?
We'll go over the specifics a little bit more.
Oh, specifics. Aren't you concerned about those individuals who just entered into the perimeter?
Oh, of course we are, but we still, you won't let us go farther, so I assume you wouldn't let them go farther either.
I mean, I certainly could. And trees start shifting around the forest.
Overall, that just makes our job harder, but I mean, that still doesn't solve your predicament.
I mean,
I
if you could
estimate
add
they'll
in,
be here in about an hour or so if I don't intervene.
I mean, if you could add in the deal that you delay them as much as you can, I would appreciate maybe about 2-3 hours.
2 or 3 hours?
Or in fact, just try to stop them in
Hmm.
general.
Right, and one of them, her name is Keyleth. She's a big
Yes.
servant,
Oh,
servant
jeez.
of Exandria.
I'm-
We're trying to like put some sticks in her wheels.
Mary, I don't think the ones that
Oh,
just walked in
Keyleth.
are Keyleth and her companions.
I
Who
mean, it
knows?
could be.
But yes, I
Stop
would
trying
love to
to
fuck.
undermine all my deceptions, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Mary is the only person who could lie to this fae.
No, I didn't. Well, I didn't know if you were trying to deceive him on that one or not.
Right,
No,
well,
but-
yeah, still.
Sorry.
Yes, and is a very good rule of thumb. No really hurts roleplay. Sometimes. It's reasonable sometimes, but yeah. Anyways, yes, of course. But, I mean, 2-3 hours, that's all you want me to delay them for? I mean,
I prefer completely.
I could add in the caveat of delaying them until I am released. And
Yeah.
then not helping them after, okay? Because I do want her to live.
How about not helping anyone other than us and delaying anyone else?
Well, that I can't promise you. That is so limiting.
Duro, is a blessing of a fae a thing?
Technically, it can be.
Then how about, since you care for Mary's safety so much, once this is over, you shall grant her your blessing. This is, I know, depending on what he says, I know how desperate he is now.
On one caveat.
And that
Mary is your name?
Apparently.
Mary. Oh, you're good. You're good. I like it. Okay, so my caveat is I will show you the location of the temple. Upon you realizing its location, you all will do what is necessary to free me. At which point I will not encumber any of you, and I will give Mary a ticket to our festival. At which point she may earn a favor if she can prove herself worthy.
Oh, that's ooh. You are the only person I think that I know that would actually be able to do that.
Well,
It's a Fey
since we
Olympics.
are- since we
No,
are-
like Like I said, like Mary is Fae in all but actual race.
Seems
Go
we're
ahead.
at a bit of an impasse here, and I suppose I shall have to do as I always do and lead the group through our trials. So I shall deign to accept your proposal.
Wonderful. Mary, you feel a hardening at your back for a moment, and then it kind of creaks a little bit, and you feel back there, and there's a little piece of bark on you attached to your skin. Just on your mid-back.
Alright, so I got the permanent bark skin spell now.
No.
Har har har.
No.
Alright.
Wonderful. So, the forest begins moving and rearranging and shifting. I'm going to have to distract them, but all of you follow along this direction.
Oh,
You
have
see
heard
a
any-
path is starting to grow.
Have you heard anything from outside here? From any other side?
You do not get a reply.
I was just wondering if you knew what happened to Vasselheim.
I already asked that, Kuma.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
When?
I asked earlier how much he heard outside the forest.
Okay.
But anyways, after about 35 minutes of travel, Dorzin and Jimmy and the rest of you all approach towards a little tiny staircase somewhere in this forest that leads downwards into the ground. Well, here it is. Now, your end of the bargain. Dorzin, I need you to burn the entire forest down.
That's it?
All of it. Every last bit. Every tree, every root, every blade of grass. My curse for trying to interact fondly, consensually with the trees. Exandria
You wanted to
decided.
fuck the trees.
Well, listen, I was bored, okay? We all have downers, you know? Sometimes you have to throw a bone to a 3 and then get back on your horse and go after the 8s and 9s and 10s.
Oh, so with all the
Morning
trees
wood and
here,
all
there's a
that?
lot of rebounds.
Yes. What were we saying, Mary?
I was saying morning wood and all that, you know.
Oh, you are going to do fantastic at our event. But anyways, yes, I need you to burn everything down. If you do that, I will be released. I am bound by this forest and all of its kindredness.
Will you delete his browsing history? Yes or no?
Okay, this is a question for God. If I light the fire with Pyramol, am I burning his soul?
Uh,
Because that's a thing we found out earlier.
it
Please do.
destroys the essence and soul of that of which you are killing.
So if I use
So it-
Pyramol, it's just getting rid of him
Well,
forever.
maybe find a box of matches somewhere.
So and will put as a bird produce flame because that sounds like it'd be hilarious to see.
I always knew
Jeez.
you were a phoenix.
Right on your tail feather.
I'm a fire Pokemon.
Charmander, Char, everything.
Hmm.
So yeah. So that's all you have to do. Burn down my forest, and then I will give you your ticket. Mary?
All right.
All right. Who here can use just normal fire? Because this thing will burn his soul.
Oh, not mine.
Beg pardon?
It won't burn my soul. I'm bound.
sure?
I am not them.
So you'd be
you would just-
burning Examine.
All right then. Takes this hammer, just swings at the nearest.
Doors in.
Wants to explode into fire.
Zoe will use the produce flame at Dorzen.
A flame shoots past you from a little bird.
So I'm gonna spend the next 10 minutes just hammering trees and shooting.
Did you hear what I just said?
No.
Okay. A small flame goes flying at you from the little bird that's glaring at you as you attempt to do that.
Okay.
I don't think it hits, but
No, it doesn't, but it definitely gets his attention. Because right now you're still a bird.
those are still trees, Dorzen.
You can't understand
They
you're a
will
bird.
No, I cannot.
So
I take it Dylan's upset that these 100,000-year-old cursed trees need to be burned down.
Wait, are they still cursed? Wait, would someone have been able to tell they're cursed?
They've been cursed
For something like that, you would have to do a ritual to be able to detect curses.
No,
because
because I remember when we came here as Prissa and all that, they were like, scary looking and whatever.
yeah,
Obviously
everything in
cursed.
here was desecrated. It was desecrated grounds. Everything was desecrated.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
now
sanctified, but the desecration is gone.
and now the trees look normal again, right? Assumingly.
Yeah. Except they're moving.
Okay. I mean, that's the face shit.
Dorzen, we can burn down the forest if we really need to, but maybe do that after when we're not like in the forest.
I mean, if we're going to be down in this hole, Jimmy, can't you send your little friend to go around burning trees while we're doing our little
Out of
thing?
Still probably don't want to do it while we're in here. Smoke asphyxiation is pretty lethal and dangerous.
Smoke goes upwards, and also, Mr. Fey person, what exactly stopped you from burning down the forest?
So there's these amazing things called hands, right? I currently don't have access to them.
I mean, you could just rub 2 sticks together.
I've tried asking them to do that. They're really not into sharing.
Hold on. Rubbing 2 sticks together, that's what got him here in the first place.
Question, is he controlling the air and the lightning above?
You can ask him.
Are you controlling the air in this forest?
No.
Great.
So who's controlling the clouds?
I don't know.
Well, they look like they're rain clouds, so it looks like it would stop the forest from burning down. We could always get like hire a lumber company come and just chop all the forest down.
Nope, gotta burn it. Burn it all. Burn it, every single bit of it. Doesn't go ahead and start swinging. Batter up. And
The choice.
batter up.
If the choice is between using that damn hammer and just burning it down, I'm just gonna fucking burn it. Wildfires are a thing.
I'm casting Firebolt on a nearby tree without second glance.
Yay! Oh yeah! Oh,
I'll
this
just
is so much
burn
fun.
you.
Yeah! Yes, and all of you start burning. Oh, this is yeah! And he is very loudly laughing the entire time. All of you are sending the flames infernoing through this forest all at once, and you didn't listen to the one who knows fires better than anyone. This is wonderful.
Does it look like he's distracted from all this?
I mean, he looks like he doesn't look, first off, but he seems to be distracted since he's laughing hysterically.
Can I try to grab a sapling and just put it in my bag of holding?
Sleight of hand.
I want to use my session inspiration.
Sure. 22. Whoop, bink. Oh, this is wonderful. After about 5 minutes of all of you starting these flames, the forest fire is growing all around you, and smoke is starting to bloom all around you.
Well, let's go down those stairs now, because it's going to spread without stopping.
Might have been people in the forest.
The only people that should be there are us, Vox Machina, and the ones that we don't want to help us.
Also, if they didn't know we were here, they know now.
Or they know that there was a crazy ass Fae in here.
They might have finally a way to free itself.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco, burn, no.
Alright, let's go down the back steps.
Jimmy's just quietly walking down.
I'm going to turn with a. It might be the one of the few times you've seen Mary with an actual serious expression, and turn to Jimmy and Dorzen. I hope Prissa is fucking worth it, because by doing this, I've given up any hope and dreams I had of ever being a free person, not being hunted down for the rest of my life. And I also just made a pact with this Fae asshole entity on your behalf, so you better make sure it's damn well worth it. And then she just continues walking.
As you are walking, a acorn flies out and lands in your hand, Mary. Think.
Thanks, I say, and I pocket it.
Oh, juicy. So, you all head down into the ancient ruins of the Myriad that they previously held. Dorzen and Jimmy, it is a very familiar environment and landscape for the two of you. Everyone else, the ancient but beautiful architecture that seems untouched, unscathed from any of the previous generations, is something to be inspired by. It is incredible and beautiful. This appears to be a location where you could find a muse if you truly desired. And as you are walking through, it is completely vacant of anybody. Not a single soul remains down in these ruins. As you are walking over, and you approach to that grand hall where the entire battle took place. The doors are shut, locked, but that takes you seconds to handle, Mary. And as you open them, you see the magnificent hall that has all of the scorch marks and burn marks still associated with them. That glass dome area shattered open from when you throw the null magic bomb. The scorch marks across the ground from all of the blades sparking and harming this area. Even the blood spatter from everyone who fell here still resides in this location. You see the throne. You see the throne up ahead. And as you all are approaching, for the briefest of moments, all of you see a figure standing beside the throne. Long black hair, black wings. But then they fade out of sight.
Do I recognize who that was?
It was the same agent that you met down in the ruins of Anoa, watching you carefully.
Is that a good thing or bad thing?
Depends on perspective.
No, I know who it is. I just don't know if that's a good or bad thing right now. Because on one hand,
the question is, has he used his time for this year yet?
Don't know.
None of you know.
He hasn't given us a warning yet. He did last time. But at the same time, she's supposed to be on our side, at least on a little bit, but this might be outside her wheelhouse.
no, she did give you the tools to do this and stuff.
Yeah, this might be save a face.
This might be the way that I have a theory, but I don't know.
Is there
But anyways.
still a pile of ash from where Vorvik's body disintegrated?
Nope. It's all gone.
Is my old skeleton there, or did that disintegrate when I reincarnated?
Also all gone.
Okay.
So, you look around yourselves in this ancient but beautiful threshold. You have a ritual to begin.
Before we begin the ritual, though, Soren does make it. There's only this entrance to the chamber, right?
There is an upstairs section as well. A walking balcony that encircles this chamber.
Well, Soren does he makes sure the whole area is secure. And did Kuma, did we switch with the robe, Kuma, or?
Yes, you have the robe on now.
Yeah. So Soren does have the many-eyed robe, and he can see ethereal and whatever.
Oh, so you can see Vax'ildan.
Oh, yeah, I guess I can.
Well, he is no longer here. You did see him for a moment, but then left, floating away.
Friend of yours?
Former champion, or current champion in death. It's very fucking confusing.
Is that a good or bad thing? Just tell me that much.
He didn't warn us not to do anything, so I think it's a good thing.
Well, let's hope so.
Does the double doors we came in have like one of those things where you can put like a piece of wood to keep it from opening?
Yes.
I go over there and I put our unbreakable rope in it.
Oh my god.
All right. It's so useful. But wait, now you don't have your rope quarterstaff.
And
I
could
mean,
they also...
The door will have to break before the rope.
What were you saying, Sylvan?
So since I assume it's also dark in here, someone would also give Kuma a torch to see things, unless he has a lamp or whatever.
Yeah, I'll use torch.
Oh, here you go, Kuma.
Bing!
And now Soren's blind.
Did you do? I was
Motherfucker.
standing next to Soren.
I probably
So-
did, but I've also got a pretty good constitution. Usually.
You're at least
Until I say something and then it fucks me over like that.
Yeah, yeah. So, you all begin to set up the ritual. Jimmy? Unfortunately, everybody has to rely on you like they always do.
The statue of Dorzen of Warwick is going to be set at the spot that he was slain. So I instruct him to move that over. The broomstone will need to be close by to it. We have to chain to the doll, the statue, the tether, and then I believe it was break it. And that's going to be like generated through the broomstone from what I understand.
Correct. There is still the portion of it that is an incantation.
Yeah, and we need something that was from the original place that he came from, which I believe we were using one of the beads. So Jimmy will forfeit the bead he has in order to start enacting the ritual. And once the components are laid out, I'm going to explain in technical terms, but in layman's terms, I'll touch on the points, probably to Dorzen and trying to think if anybody else would know about probably Dorzen. Is anybody proficient in Arcana?
Yeah.
Mary is?
Yeah.
All right, Mary, you're getting the rundown too then, because he'll probably need a few hands here and there just to make things go a little smoother.
You got the GPS coordinates for where.
Yeah, Dorzen, I need you for that too, and So Dorzen, Mary, and Jimmy are going to be like doing this while I assume Silren and Kuma and Jericho are like securing the place.
Yeah, Kuma and Jericho are also going to be keeping an eye out for anything. So do you want me to roll perception for both of them?
Yes, I do. No.
So, and if he's not needed for the ritual, he'll probably take a position like on one of the top balcony areas to kind of get, a view of the whole place.
Okay. You head up there, and there are doors that lead to staircases that go down to that main hall. But there was only the one door that exited out of this location that you could tell of. And of course, the other two are keeping their watches as, ooh, Kuma, damn. Ooh, Silren, damn.
I know, right?
Yeah. Thought we got rid of these rolls earlier. Anyways. Let's hope the other half doesn't have to deal with that. So,
Yeah, we're taking the bad ones.
Mary, you being the one proficient in Arcana, you are going to be responsible for the incantation that connects this bead to its home. The one that opens up the gate between that realm into this one, temporarily, during the ritual. Jimmy, you being the one who's the most knowledgeable about everything happening right now, the one who has dissected this information near perfectly. You are responsible with the weaving of the chain, magical essence, and to find and discover the other one to bring it to this location.
That's what the fabricate spell was for, right? I had that marked down and I wasn't sure what part I had to use fabricate. So I'm using that spell to generate the chain. All right, makes sense.
Dorzen, you are the emotional anchor to the other object out there. You are the part that the innocent Vordovik will sense when you open up this pathway, drawing its attention here, and then forcing its tether onto this body. So, Mary, your choice, Arcana or Survival?
Arcana.
Go for it.
And I cannot inspire myself, so alright. I guess I'm using Session Inspiration.
Yes. And the ritual is going to be 8 hours.
Alright.
Good thing we got that rest.
Are you going to guidance, Dorzen?
He can't, he's doing other things.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Also, it's
Yeah.
8 hours.
Same with Jimmy. I can't guidance. I can't.
We can guidance ourselves,
24.
but we can't do anything else.
Correct. So, you try as best as you can in your incantation to peer through this little bead and seeing its home, an incredible large temple standing at the peaks of a mountain range, tapestries to the crystal dragon all around. You see in the middle of this temple, there is a lone figure kneeling down in what appears to be a ritualistic, meditative position. And further past that, you see rolling clouds and thunder rolling. The landscape behind it seems blackened and tarred, and there's water flowing around freely. The landscape itself looks nearly desolate, inhospitable. And as you are peering through, you see the individual slowly look up. A very old man, human, long beard, completely unkept, resting on their chest. The same style of beads that you are using as the channel, lining his neck all around, much like the body of the other individual you found. And he looks directly at you. Now, during this, Jimmy, you are fabricating The spell assists you tremendously, but you still need to entwine it with the magic from the Brunestone itself. So, I need you to give me a Tinkerer's check in order to allow that to be the conduit of magic fully.
I understand this is taking us multiple hours. I'm going to expend my 5th level for skill empowerment. That's only for 1 hour, so I don't know how you want to work that in, if at all. But during the most critical point, I guess I would try that. It gives me expertise during that hour. Again, I don't know how you want to do it, but that's it. Right. I'm spending it.
The starting moment is the most crucial, most difficult to attach to.
Okay. And the check you said was which proficiency?
Tinkerer's tools.
Tinkers. Okay. All right. This will be my session inspiration as well.
35.
And I can flash myself, which I will do. So
you don't have to unless it's a failure. Flash of Genius says only when you fail a check.
That's
35
true.
Is not a failure.
All right, we are good.
Sure.
In any sense of the word, I did not set that DC to 40. Other DCs, not this one.
I want it to be a really good chain. No.
Dude, it's actually 2 chains. But no. As you are creating this very long chain and drifting it across the body, you're making sure that it gathers around the shoulders and all of the tension is pulled in towards the stomach, in the dead center of it. You realize if there is going to be a connection, it has to connect to the hardest place to remove it. And that was not in the notes. But you figure placing it dead in the middle of the stomach is the most protected it can be. Every creature in its natural defense safeguards itself inwards, and every attack goes towards the weakest moments, the neck, the arm, behind the knee. That is the safest location for you to attach this chain, and you do manage to do so. And in doing so, Jimmy, you connect that chain over towards the Broodstone, bring it over towards Mary, where Mary is able to loop it around the bead, which then grows into a much larger scope. Now, all of you can see that individual sitting in that desolate landscape, looking directly at you all.
Dylan's still keeping an eye out for peepers.
Oh, now there's one. The old man. But you manage to connect to that point, and then, Jimmy, after that, you bring the connection over towards Dorzen, the end of this chain, as the anchor. Dorzen, you grab a hold of the chain and tie it around your arm a couple of times, holding on as best as you can, while the other 2 are still continuing their ritual, and the other 3 are still keeping watch. Their incantation not wavering, but for a moment, as you now have to begin your end. Give me a survival check, Dorzen.
I'm gonna use my fate on this.
And you also use session inspiration, maybe?
I had to clear that before, but I can use fate after.
Well, you can do it now that you're using your fate.
Can Jimmy also flash genius on him for it? Or?
He's busy.
I'm doing my thing.
Shit.
Yep. So, like I said, you can use your session inspiration when you get that reroll. You go, I'm going to reroll this time inspiration.
Sorry.
That's what we were trying to convey. So if you want to do that, feel free.
Wait,
10.
but he is near Jimmy. Which,
I'm-
I mean, I don't think he has to be paying attention for on that.
Jimmy is paying attention to his incantation doing his part. Everybody is hyper focused on their task. It is, yeah. This isn't something where you just get to like loll around and see what's happening.
14.
14.
First freaking roll, man.
You
Like
throw
3
your
times.
you throw your consciousness upwards into the astral. And you try to force it out to grab onto Vordvik, but this being a landscape that you are not really that familiar with, it is incredibly difficult. I need you to roll me a D100, Dorzen.
Shit. 77.
Lucky number.
As your consciousness is opened up to this landscape, this empty, open area, you watch as a floating individual passes by
Oh no.
and begins moving towards the chain. You don't recognize them. You've never seen them before. This is a completely foreign entity. Give me an athletics check to pull it back before they grab on.
Can I assist if I see this happening?
Yeah, I'm in the sea, man.
I mean, if
You-
anything,
Oh my fucking god!
Was there any way I could have assisted if it looked like doors were struggling?
You're going to run down there and try grabbing onto the chain?
Grab onto doors and to try and help them pull it. Not the chain, doors. I'm not touching the chain.
This is a mental
Mental.
thing. There is a physical chain connecting everything, but this is mental right now. You cannot, unless you were dreaming.
That ones back to back.
Yeah, I know, it's really unlikely. However,
I did say we set the algorithm, but
yeah.
Although you,
You
do
might
have the
want to
ring
roll
of mind
20
shielding.
d20s.
You do have the ring of mind shielding on.
Yes,
Shit,
I
you do.
Yeah, I do. I do. He can't see me, can
No,
Hey, Dorzen,
he sees the
I wanna-
chain, but he can't attach to it.
he?
You see the individual grabbing eccentrically, and they open their mouth, and these large, sharp fangs shoot out, almost like an anglerfish, as they're clawing and yelling and screaming in your direction, and you just pull the chain back. Ooh.
I'm so
Okay.
glad I stayed attuned to that item.
hey, hey, Dorzen, now that you have a chance, you might want to reset that algorithm just in case.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the page because that's too.
No,
low.
don't do that. Roll 20 d20s.
Um,
The
I
the
already
alg.
pressed the button.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine, but when you get back, roll 20 d20s. The algorithm keeps track of what you roll and tries pushing you towards true average. That's why you roll it in absurd amount of dice and it resets.
Sorry.
You're good.
I mean, for me, I think it's just like that. It's just dice superstition, but for the digital one.
Yeah.
No, the algorithm has been figured out. There's no such thing as true random. So roll 20's algorithm pushes you towards random on average random. So if you roll very well for a short period of time, you will then roll very poorly afterwards because it equals out to average eventually.
That does explain a lot of my
Yeah.
rolls in Roll20.
Yeah. Which is why I can't wait for the pixel dice to get here and we can roll digital dice. Oh, great. Are you back,
Man,
Dorson?
It's loading assets. Sorry.
Okay. Well, anybody who's
Yeah,
hanging
I'm
out there
here.
right
Can
now,
you hear me?
don't forget. Yes, I can. Everybody hanging out there today, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content and want to continue following along.
oh man, I'm so glad I reminded you of your ring.
By the way, Jero,
Yeah.
does someone still see nothing worrying?
Nothing worrying yet. Then
Okay,
again, we're
not
only
yet.
about 2 hours into this. Yeah,
Well,
see,
Soren's
5, 7,
in
1,
vigilant.
5, 8, 2, 20, 3, 17, 3, 16, 18. See, it reset itself. Okay. Now, Dorzen, you're going to have to try that again while the others are still doing their thing. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Can I inspire? Just get a grip, man.
Fucking god.
You throw your consciousness out there this time and roll me a d100.
Nine.
Dorzen. This long, ethereal blue colored serpentine like dragon
Jesus.
swirls
this is, but
towards
I
your
like it.
chain. and it looks directly at you. The Vaughn. Do you speak Draconic by any chance?
Sorry, nope, not this character.
Okay. The dragon goes over towards your chain and begins sniffing around it. And hooks its finger into the end.
Oh shit. Can I do anything?
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Come on, roll 20. Give me a bone, why don't you? Thank
Hey.
you.
Rip that nail off the dragon.
As it has its nail in the chain, you focus mentally as hard as you can and pull with all of your ferocity back towards you. You see that thing and you sense nothing about it. You don't understand what that entity could possibly be. And as you yank, did you beat it by more than 10? Yeah, 3. Yeah, that's more than 10. You pull the chain backwards, and after you do that, Dorzin, you feel a wave of nausea roll over you before you spit out a claw.
Jesus.
Fine.
Astral
It is a
Dragon
blue-
Claw.
Yep, that's what it is. It is a blue claw with little wisps falling off of it.
Oh, I bet there's a bunch of people who want to know what the fuck this thing came from.
Jero, at this point, can Soen see that Dorzin's struggling?
Oh yeah, no, it's very clear.
Okay. Yeah, now can I use this enhance ability to maybe help out Dorzin?
For the next hour? Yeah. So your next check, you have advantage on. Go ahead. Give us that survival check, Dorzin.
Come on. Oh my, that's another 1.
But
Well,
14.
it's advantage, but
It's
Yeah.
actually 2 ones.
Guidance?
Hey.
Oh, right, I keep forgetting I can guidance myself. 15.
15. Roll me a D100.
come on, Jero, third time's a charm. Come on. Come on,
You
throw
can
him a
try.
At the even with
It's
the
the roll.
coordinates, it's a
He is
freaking-
fishing.
Technically, the sixth
He is
time or
fishing
something.
through the astral.
bone. He's catfishing all these entities out there.
Yeah.
66.
Oh,
11
so
worse.
close. So close.
3 away. 3 away. Oh.
Can I guidance that?
No. Luckily, this time you don't find anything, but then you have to pull it back and try again.
Do I still have advantage, or was that just for that 1 hour?
Well, how long is the each?
Well,
attempt?
each attempt is about 1 hour in nature.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah, you could cast it again if you want.
still no, really, Dorzin.
It's a fucking big place, man.
I know, but still. Mary, do you have something inspiring to tell him? And someone will
She's
cast it again.
focusing on the incantation. She can't.
Fine, I'll try then. Do better.
All right, you have disadvantage. No, I'm fucking with you. Just
Just
go
I
ahead
did
and roll
test it
again,
again.
Dorzin. Yeah.
Remember who you're fishing for.
Wait, what was that, Soren? You said you were casting it again?
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
he did.
I did cast. I just didn't post it again because
Okay.
it's really right above.
So go
I
ahead.
inspire by just reaching one hand backwards and flipping the
Oh
bird.
my
better.
god, that was so close to being in
I'll
there.
allow it for
Guidance,
Mary,
Guidance.
D4.
That's
22.
20.
Now D8.
Oh,
Yeah, Mary was able to inspire you that time. Hey.
29. Roll me a D100.
what do I got? Roll a 30? What the hell? 23.
I'll tell you afterwards. However, you throw your consciousness up there again, and this time you pull back how far you throw yourself, realizing the grand scope of everything out here is not what you are looking at. You are looking closer towards home, closer towards Exandria. And you focus and drift around until you see the little bird flying around. And as you see that, the magic that stops you from seeing Wildemount in that location temporarily dissipates. And you see him sitting there, staring down at this dish, looking incredibly sad. And then over towards you, Dorson. And you'll be able to ask him to hold on so you can pull him back next week.
Not next week.
Oh, fuck. No, that's the following week. Do any of you have to go? Do you want to finish this?
Yeah, let's finish this.
Let's finish it.
Yeah.
Let's finish it.
Finish
Okay,
this.
if none of you have to leave, we can finish it. Okay. Wildemount looks over at you. And you see that same kind look in his eyes as you did before. Sad, almost hopeless look. But he smiles at you.
I reach out to him.
He looks. What is it? Are you all right?
Is that to me?
Yeah.
Please, come with me.
Come with me if you want to live.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not able to leave. And he gestures down towards his chain that is connected towards that dish.
Please, trust me.
He reaches outwards, trying to stretch, but you see his tether pulls at his stomach. It hurts.
I can't get any closer, right? This is as close as I can get.
You got as close as you could.
Please. Do you want to be trapped here forever? This is your chance.
Dorzen, roll me an athletics check.
Oh no. I don't like how you said that. 19.
Your guidance?
Oh, right.
You used it on the survival already.
Right. Can't do it inside the sea.
He reaches downwards and begins pulling at that chain that's connecting him to this location. And you see one of the kinks starts to separate slightly, but very, very slightly. And he starts screaming out in pain from this. Dorzen, roll again.
Athletics?
Yep.
That's right. He is you.
Oh,
Kind of
fuck.
now.
I am thou. Thou art I.
He is your persona.
25.
25. He begins ripping and tearing aggressively, and you see, despite the nice, kind demeanor of this individual, his body begins to forcibly reject this chain connected to him before he eventually pulls. It shatters. And you see as little bits of him begin crumbling as he begins floating over towards your chain. Give me one more athletics check.
$20.
He grabs onto the end, and you forcibly begin ripping downwards, dragging him across this plane of existence. However, your consciousness is being filtered through his home. All of you sitting there, watching the pearl that Mary had, now like a large dome, a dish, as you see Wildemount rushing past that area. And that individual, the old man, stands up looking at all of you. And then removes a bead and very quickly disappears from sight. As Vordvik is rushing past at this incredible speed and momentum, Jimmy, you see that the chains are beginning to glow with this energy, this power, the power of something that you haven't really delved into yet, the power of a pure soul. Exactly how strong it is possibly almost equivalent to this object that you are utilizing, the Broodstone. And as you are seeing this happen, Jimmy, I need you to give me another Tinkerer's check to make sure that your chains are maintained to satisfy this level of power pulsing through them.
Tinkers.
34. You manage to add just a little bit more length to the chain in the middle of the process as it's zipping through. You manage to add a few extra sources of insulation to pick up the dispersion of heat that is happening, and all of you feel in this room this radiating heat that makes all of you begin sweating immediately from all of this energy pulsing outwards. And then you watch as the chain settles. Dorzen, you take a breath, and you're back here. And you see the clay shell still radiating with that heat, as if just freshly coming out of a kiln. And it begins to crack and fall. And positioned inside of this shell is Vordvik. And that is where we're ending the session.
And now we have to kill him again. Let's do this, guys.
Players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you again next time. Goodbye.